You know how like Justin Bieber, like his fans are Beliebers?
Oh, I see.
Something like a little cute nickname.
So maybe something. What's a synonym for conversation?
Oh, like a talk or a debate or a
like debaters.
Debaters.
But that's not. I don't want. I like
rankers.
Rankers.
Okay, all right.
Rancors.
Rankors, like from
like
Star Wars.
Like Star Wars guys.
Okay.
What's up, Rancors?
Rancors. Yeah, you might be thinking we're calling you that because we rank things on this podcast, but we're actually calling you that
because we're nerds.
Because we're nerds, and you look like a Rancor. All of you.
Ugly.
What are we doing right now, Philip?
Getting pizza.
Pizza? From where? Oh.
Whoa.
Hey, what?
Hey, brought to you by our sponsor,
Corey
Thomas.
Pick
Snippets. Who's the owner and developer. Cool guy.
Yeah, cool guy.
Pick Snippets. Go to picksnippets.com. This episode brought to you by Pick Snippets.
And
legitimately.
Yeah, actually legitimately. It's being you said brought to you by, but what's the other way you can say that where it
brought to you in part by?
No, there's that, but where it signifies that it's with money. Sponsored by Pick Snippets.
Sponsored by Pick Snippets. The best snippets.
The best snippets, and because we got so many emails asking us to do this.
Yeah.
We're doing Dayton local pizza places.
Yeah, we got so many emails.
And we're driving around Dayton right now on a pizza bender.
So where's our first place? I already forget. Pizza Factory.
Pizza Factory in Dayton. And then we got other places we're going to after that. So
and I'm not hungry.
Oh, you're not?
No, it's bad news.
Bad news bears.
Well, we already did a place already. I guess we should talk about the first place.
We did, yeah. Pour House.
Pour House.
Pourhaus.
Yeah. Pizza was good.
It was good.
It was our baseline, so we don't really have too much thoughts yet.
Yeah, so we'll see where it ends up ranking, if it does even. Because we have a list of like altogether, I think 15 to 20 places.
That's true.
So we'll see where it ranks eventually. And if it doesn't rank anywhere, then at least we talked about it here.
That's right.
So yeah, maybe we'll do like a few recordings tonight.
Yeah.
And we'll stitch them together in the episode, maybe.
That sounds good.
Okay. Or on Acast.
Maybe.
So this one will be
Acast.
This one will be on the actual episode, and then Acast will have the rest.
Maybe that. Yes.
Yes.
Maybe yes that.
So if you like this format,
buy us.
Buy us with money.
And if you want to be a sponsor, and we'll do another cool thing.
Yeah. We'll do another. This is the first of Classic Countdown Conversations field trips.
That's right.
A new thing.
So you can do that by going to the link inside of the episode description.
Yeah.
And looking for the tier called the Corey Special.
Oh. Well.
And you can buy it. And you just we'll see that you bought it, and then we'll email you and say, hey, what do you want?
I have a question. Why is it called the Corey Special?
It beats me.
Okay. Who's Corey?
I don't know. Bye.
Hey, give me that pizza.
It's a pizza
time. Hey. Oh my gosh.
I really need water. Can I have your water? Did you hear about Ben Shapiro?
Did he die and become an AI?
Nah, he turned into
Hitler?
Ben Marky Hero.
What?
Ben Marcario. Because he's like a Sharpie.
Sure. Yeah, okay. That's like almost a joke. It wasn't
just
quite,
like all.
It wasn't
just like
quite
everything
there.
that I say.
It's like you're like really excited to share it, but you haven't workshopped it all the way. Every joke that you say, it's like 88% a joke. Okay. Hey, I'm Daniel Cardiff.
And I'm Philip Osterday.
And I feel like this episode is off the rails already. I don't know how much of that you guys just heard and how much Philip cut out, but we had quite the convo just now.
This is classic Count Dark Conversations where we count down the best and the worst that pop culture has to offer.
Good job. Were you debating which one was the right one?
Yep.
We said media for so long.
It's hard to not say it. And then now it's just a guessing game.
Now you think like, have we been saying pop culture for so long and we need to switch it to media? Yeah. I've had that moment a couple times. That's why when you started saying the whole thing, I was like, I'm just going to let him have it.
Pizza, pizza, pizza.
Oh. Are you Mario? Is this Mario?
Pizza Mario. What are we doing?
Chris Pratt did a pretty good job.
I heard that they helped themselves by bringing in the original voice actor at the beginning.
Yeah, he does do. He's in it. He's not Mario, but
right. Good for them.
No, well, I heard people say like, oh, they dropped the accents really quickly into the movie. I was like, what? In what context does that make sense? But they really don't. It's just at the beginning, and this isn't spoilers, there's like a commercial with them in it. And in the commercial, they have like very heavy accents.
I see.
And then the rest of the movie, they still have accents. It's just not as heavy as it is in the commercial. So I was like, oh, whoever said that to me was wrong. I don't remember who said that.
Giant idiot.
I think it was Andrew.
Giant idiot Andrew.
Literally, giant.
Yeah. So we had a field trip. I guess we talked about it in the intro, huh?
Yeah. And in the intro, I said we weren't sure if we were going to have the rest of the little recording sprinkled throughout this episode or if it was going to be on Acast.
It's definitely on Acast.
It's on Acast. We made the decision. So if you want to hear our thoughts throughout the night on the pizza that we're eating, which who wouldn't?
Really?
Who wouldn't want to hear that?
It's beautiful audio.
It is straight from your iPhone.
Yep.
Then go over to Acast. All that you have to do is pay. Do $5 a month people get it, or just $10 a month?
Just 10.
Just 10.
Nice try $5.
You gotta pay. Gotta pay either $10 a month or $100 a year, or the Corey special.
And the Corey special is a good deal, actually.
Yeah.
You get a lot of back. You get a lot back, and you can write it off on your taxes.
Yeah, that's true. That's very
tax free. Well, that's not true. Anyway. Man.
Okay, so including your honorable mentions, how many places do you have?
16.
Okay, we're more or less on the same page then. More or less.
Oh, yeah, no.
I think I have maybe a couple more. But
you told me all the places.
Well, you'll see. I have a couple like
Daniel.
What?
Every time.
No.
You can't just add stuff.
No, it's okay. It's okay. It's not like hurtful to you.
It's hurtful.
It
hurts my heart. It's not like it's hurtful to the podcast, but my heart hurts every time.
It's not like springing anything on you. Do we have any like orders of business to take care of before?
Me and Daniel had a good time.
We did. I feel like that was one of the better times we've had in a while. of just hanging out.
The rest, the past 4 years, really been down the tubes. But
really
we finally redeemed ourselves.
We've had our ups and downs. No, just like, I feel like, I guess we technically had like a goal when we were hanging out the other night. But I feel like most of the time when we're hanging out, we're like actively focused on something.
Yeah.
And we were just kind of like, other than like eating pizza, it was just
chilling.
Yeah. Chilling, talking, catching up, having fun.
The best part, all on Corey.
Yes. Philip said about halfway through the night, he was like, I've never felt so rich in my entire life. And I agreed. I was thinking the same thing as I was walking in to get that specific pizza. And then when I got back in the car, you said that to me. I was like, yeah, I know. However, we weren't totally rich because we got all small pizzas.
Yeah.
Which we do realize could have been a detriment to some of these places because let's face it, a small pizza versus a large pizza, there's a difference.
There is a difference.
So I'm sorry if we like, you know, what's the phrase I'm thinking of?
Biased?
No, like sell short.
Oh,
Sorry if we sell any of these places short because we got a small pizza and a big one. There is one specific one that I think if it was a large, I would probably have liked it more.
interesting.
But we'll get to that in a minute.
I think the thing with the small pizzas is that the taste should be the same,
Yeah.
but the teenagers in the back don't know how to cook it.
Yeah, the taste should be the same, but the form of it, the structural.
Yeah, it might be harder
integrity.
to figure out, how do I cook this?
Right.
Am I cooking it too long? Am I cooking it too short?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm a kid. Get me out of here. Oh, Daniel's turning the lights down on me.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's almost like when we turn these lights down, it doesn't turn the lights down. It's like it puts a filter on my eyes. You know what I mean?
It's like I'm wearing sunglasses.
yeah.
Yeah. I
It's
know
a
what you
really
mean.
strange feeling. Anyway,
Okay.
we got a lot of pizzas to go through here.
Yeah,
So
and-
we went to about half of these.
We went to about a third to half of these the other night, or the other day, I guess. And then other ones we've had before, many times or once or
Yeah.
twice.
Some of us more recently than others.
I literally had one of these places today because I wanted to see if it qualified, and it did.
It does.
It qualified. So yeah, I think. Do you want to go first?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's Poorhouse.
Okay.
Just on the bottom.
I'm gonna go ahead and say it's not even in my honorable mentions.
Okay. Well, I don't have exclusions.
Okay.
I put them all the ones that you told me that we were putting on the list. I put them on the list because that's what you told me to do a minute ago. Literally a minute ago.
I didn't say that.
You said, here's all the pizzas that we'll put on the list. Here's all the pizza
You were the one
places.
that wanted to do. I was gonna do no honorable mentions. and then-
Anyway, Poorhouse is a place that we had for lunch
the other day.
the other day. I don't know. Did we talk about that in the cold open?
I probably.
Anyway, so it was like frozen pizza to me with a lot of cheese. It was fine.
It was like you could make it yourself.
I could have made this myself.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. Like I didn't vomit afterwards, but
No.
it was literally it's the worst Dayton pizza I've had.
Yeah.
I'll give it that.
Didn't taste like any. If they probably just got it from like whatever those food companies are that like sell you different products
Like
of foods.
Gordon Food Service
Yes,
or something.
exactly.
Yeah,
Like that. It tasted like that, which it probably was, because the way they make money is through their drinks.
Maybe it was DiGiorno.
Maybe it was DiGiorno too, that for your business.
Okay, so Poorhouse,
Poorhouse, not-
smack bottom.
Really bad. Not bad. I mean, not bad. I didn't
Yeah.
throw up.
It was fine.
We should have done top 10 worst pizzas.
We could still do it.
It's hard to do worst pizzas.
Yeah, because we haven't had all of them.
What if I used my 2 episodes just make
That's
them both more pizza?
We just have five pizza episodes. Do like freezer pizzas and the worst pizzas.
I have an option for whatever 2 episodes I want
Yeah.
in the next
That's
few
the
weeks.
only 2 episodes you could ever have. I call the shots on everything else. Okay, so Poorhouse is your bottom. What slips in before that? Or above that, I guess.
Oh, I keep going.
Yeah, just go through all your honors.
I don't know. I mean, are these honorables? I guess they're, well, I have them. These are all in order. They're not honorables. They are,
So you have just a list of 15.
16.
Well, not including Poorhouse.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I guess I'll do my honorable
I mean,
mentions.
do your honorable mentions, do they have an order?
Yeah.
All right. Well, just go back and forth then.
Well, mine's like convoluted.
Of course it is. All right.
it's
My
my
number
turn.
15 in my list is Hoagies.
Oh, okay. Yep.
This was the one that we waited really long for.
Yeah.
So I guess we need to tell the story of this one.
They could go to Acast to listen to it.
That's true.
There-
All right, if you want the story of Hoagies,
Yeah. Hoagies. There is quite a story.
There's a story to this one, and boy, are you missing out if you don't get to hear about it. I mean, I won't. No, it's a good story.
It is very good.
You better
story.
dang pay your money, pay your dues. Pizza was fine. This is like a not. I mean, the one that it was just a hand tossed little pizza.
Yeah, it was almost pan style.
Almost pan. I had a good little pepperoni in there.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. It was better than Poorhouse.
Better than Poorhouse. They were, yeah. I can't say all the things that I want to say because it's behind a paywall. So it's a fine pizza, but
you're 15.
But it's my 15.
Okay.
And you know what? I'll give you guys a little sneak peek. It is directly across the street from the Dixie
drive-in.
Dixie Drive-In.
Yeah. So if you could order pizza, sneak it in the drive-in, because they might, I don't know, they probably have concessions. I don't know if
They have concessions, but they can't stop you from having food in your car.
I guess that's true. Yeah, so you could get a pizza from Hoagie's, but go quite a bit beforehand to get it, and then go over to the movie.
Yeah. You'll learn more why on Acast.
All right, what's your 14?
Oregon Express.
Oh, okay.
Now, does this story...
You can tell this story.
I should tell this
This
story.
one's a good story.
The other one
No,
sucks,
I'm sorry. This is a
for
good... I think the Hoagie story's better for Acast. This is a good one for the podcast. Tell this one.
Okay. So this is our second pizza pickup.
Yeah. Do you want to wait to tell the story for when I bring up this place since it's your honorable mention? Okay.
Yeah. Oregon Express.
To be continued.
Express's Dayton style pizza. It's got the squares.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Didn't feel like it was a frozen pizza.
No.
Felt like they made that from the scratch.
Yeah. You had a little bit of a bad experience with the customer service.
Customer service, they were kind of just, didn't give no rips about me.
Was it a teenager?
She was like in her 20s.
Okay. That's the new teenager.
That's true. She probably lives with her parents.
Yeah, because people grow up a lot slower nowadays. Yeah. So. All right. What's your 13?
Bandit. Pizza Bandit.
Pizza Bandit.
They robbed me of my money.
This is the one that when I came out, you were like, I've never felt more rich in my entire life.
Yeah.
So it was after Pizza Bandit. Yeah.
It was it's a good pizza, but it was super, super thin.
Yeah.
Probably too thin for my liking.
Yeah.
As you'll see through my list, the thin stuff is a problem for me.
Can I say something about this one?
Yeah.
So this one didn't crack my top 10, and we'll get to it in a minute where it lands on my list. It was good when we got it, right? But then we got back to my apartment that night and had all the pizzas side by side. Now, some of them were cold, some of them were a little bit warmer.
Yeah.
I bit into this one and I almost gagged.
Oh.
So it did not hold up throughout the night.
It went up in my list
Interesting.
after it went cold.
That's so strange.
Yeah.
But okay.
It held up better really cold. Like, that was...
Like
lukewarm.
fridge cold?
Like fridge cold is a different story.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I bit into it. I was like, ugh. I was, ugh.
I would never gag on such a beautiful thing as pizza. 12.
Yeah.
This one's going to be rough for you.
Oh, gosh.
Joe's.
Joe, are you kidding me?
Jose's.
You know who's that's going to be really rough on?
Your dad.
No, well, probably.
Your mom.
The Corey of the Corey special.
Corey he has recency bias. He lives close by.
He's going to be mad that his money went towards this episode and then his favorite place didn't even get in the top 10. He's going to be mad.
It not in the top 10 of yours?
No, I'm saying for your list, it didn't make the top 10.
Half of his money went to a good cause.
We got to tell him to listen to this episode immediately so that he can text us tomorrow and say, Because he always texts it whenever he listens to an episode and he disagrees. He always texts us.
He does text us.
Texts us about cereals, and he made me feel like a small little man.
Thanks, Corey. Number 11. I don't remember much about. Here's the reason why Joe's is so low. I don't remember much about it.
Gotcha. Okay.
So it's just, then neither do I remember much about this other one, which is Trony Bros.
Okay.
I think I like Trony Bros the most out of all of these pizzas.
Okay. But you don't remember it too much.
I don't remember it too much. Yeah. Joe's is, now we talked about Joe's.
Yeah.
And we said it was kind of like another pizza place that you really, really like.
Yeah.
Is that the case?
Yeah.
Am I remembering that correctly?
Yes.
Then yeah.
But it's kind of like even though the other place that you're talking about is Dayton, Dayton local, this is like Dayton local. I feel like this is like, if you're in the know,
you know about Joe's.
You know about Joe's.
And I'm in the know, and I don't give no rips about Joe's.
I bet if you had it again, it would be higher.
It probably would be. But I don't know.
So maybe we can have it soon, and then you can fix your mistake.
Here's the thing.
Yes. What?
Here's the thing.
What is
I
it?
have a bad memory.
Yeah.
But if it's really good pizza, I'll remember about it.
All right.
My taste buds will tell me.
My honorable mentions. Okay. Here's why it's convoluted, because it's in 4 different segments.
Okay.
The first segment has one. Look, I wasn't going to do this, and then you said, let's do honorable mentions, and then I had to segment it out. First one, I've never had.
Okay.
So I just wanted to say, we were going to go to Classic Pizza the other night. Yes. We ran out of time.
Well, I ran out of juice.
Yeah, Philip started basically falling asleep.
Daniel saw it happen before his eyes.
Yeah,
it was like a switch came on.
Yeah, we were waiting for our last pizza of the night, and all of a sudden Philip just stopped talking, and I was like, he's done for. The food has finally caught up to him, and he's done for.
Well, I knew that it was bad because we were in a place that had TVs on, and I couldn't pay attention. Like my brain shut. I was like, okay, you can only pay attention to something that's mindless now because it can't function anymore.
Arguably, the first Michael Bay Transformers movie is mindless, and that was on the TV.
That's what was on.
But I guess you couldn't even pay attention to that.
It was all I could pay attention to.
Okay.
That's what I mean.
Okay. Yeah, I felt like when I would talk to you, you had like a glassy look in your eyes, and you were just done. So we did not go to Classic. However, I've heard it's good, and I want to try it. But didn't get around to it.
So that's an honorable mention.
Sure. Yeah, kind of. Here's these ones are weird. So Figlio Pizza.
Oh.
Which, by the way, that wasn't. Did you put that in your top 10?
Guess so.
If you did, then I'm putting it. You jerk. So you said that we shouldn't do Figlio because there's also a Columbus store. Or did you just forget about Figlio?
No, I put it in there.
It's in your top 10? Well, then it's my number 10. Thanks a lot for that.
Okay, good.
Oh, my gosh. Okay.
Ruined your top 10.
Then both Trony and Trony Bros, because that was going to be my top 10. I was going to cheat.
Yeah, good. I'm glad I made you not cheat
Trony and
anymore.
Trony Bros. That's in my honorable mentions.
Okay. Those are so to be understood. Trony Bros is a standalone pizza shop in Kettering,
and then Trony's is a standalone
restaurant,
Italian restaurant that has good pizza, also in Kettering.
I think it's the same people.
It might be the same people. We don't know.
I think it's the brothers. They're actual brothers. One brother does the pizza shop, another brother does the restaurant.
Gotcha. So
and their dad owns Kettering.
Oh,
that's a joke.
Okay. So those are now in my honorable mentions.
Okay.
And then this one, it's not in Dayton, but I wanted to give it a little bit of a shout out.
Okay.
So it's a place called Two Cities Pizza.
Oh.
It's kind of funny. There's 2 reasons why it's called Two Cities. One, it's both New York and Chicago style. So 2 cities.
Oh, like they have both?
They have both. You can choose from both. But also, there's only 2 stores in existence, and they're in 2 different cities.
Nice.
One is Mason, Ohio, so not technically in Dayton. I just wanted to give it a shout out. And the other place is Suwanee, Georgia.
Whoa.
Yeah. So a place called Two Cities that has New York and Chicago, but the 2 locations are not in either one of those places. It's in Georgia and Ohio. So
2 states.
two different states. So I just wanted to like throw that out there because I don't know any other time I'll ever be able to talk about this place. So wanted to go ahead and say that. All right.
Except for the next 2 pizza places that we're doing. Next 2 pizza episodes.
Yes, sure. Yeah, whatever you want to do. Okay, and then here are like my actual honorable mentions. So Hoagie's is at the bottom.
Yeah.
Centerville Pizza.
Okay.
I like it. It's good. Not my favorite.
Not had it myself.
Pizza Bandit.
Okay.
Actually, I would say I like Centerville Pizza better than Pizza Bandit.
Okay.
Dorothy Lane Market Pizza.
Throwing shade at me.
The Trony and Trony Bros, like I said. And then this one was close to making my top 10. And that is Pizza Dive.
Oh.
In Beaver Creek. So little. Oh, actually, I'm assuming it's on your list, so I'll wait to tell my experience when you bring it up. Okay, those are all my honorable mentions.
Okay.
What is your number 10, Philip?
Flying Pizza.
Gotcha. Okay.
And I have good memories about Flying Pizza.
Yeah.
We used to go to Flying Pizza when I was a child.
Gotcha. I'm a child.
What's that?
I don't know. It was kind of a Nick Cage, I guess, a little bit.
See. I liked it.
A little bit of a Tom Green.
Okay. So Flying Pizza feels the most authentic New York to me. In my mind, that's what it is.
Yes. Both in the pizza and the people who run it.
Yeah. They actually, reheat your pizza and have a pizza by the slice.
Yes.
Feels really New York.
Yeah. They have like pictures of like the Bronx. All up in the... Tommy would love it.
Tommy probably would love it.
Tommy would love this place.
Yeah. So but here's the thing. I haven't had it in a long time.
Okay.
So I wanted to put it in number 10 because I have good memories.
Yeah.
I don't remember the taste of it.
Okay.
But it's good.
Fair
I
enough.
think it's good.
Fair enough.
That's my number 10. What's yours?
My number 10 is Figlio.
Nice.
So...
Oh, yeah, you said it.
Yeah, well, you will probably bleep that out earlier.
No, I won't. I don't know who you think you are that you get to decide that, but I won't. Maybe you learn how to edit podcasts and you can bleep that out, but I won't.
Well, it's kind of your fault that I had to say it earlier because you said, "Oh, it's technically not Dayton local."
Sorry, I forgot.
I'm Philip. We can't have it because it's technically not Dayton local. So there's a Dayton store and there's a Columbus store, and I think that's it. I think there's just 2 locations.
There might be 3.
I looked it up earlier.
You did? Okay, good.
There might be another one. There is another one actually.
Okay.
It's in
Is it like Mason or something?
No, it's in some other place. But so Figlio just had it for the first time either like a week or 2 ago. Went out with my lady, my wife.
There's a ton.
Are there?
There's Dayton, Arlington, Grandview. Oh no, that's not. It's just 3.
Okay.
Sorry. It does Figlio Dayton, menu Dayton, Figlio Arlington, Figlio Grandview, hours Dayton, menu Arlington.
Okay. So
it's confusing.
So there's 3 of them, but one of them is in Dayton. Therefore, I feel like it could technically be called a Dayton local.
And I think it started in Dayton.
Okay.
But you never know.
You never know.
You just don't know sometimes.
I'm fine with saying that's a Dayton local. I was actually gonna originally put it on my list, and then Philip said not to. So
I said no.
But then he just went ahead and put it on his list somewhere. So I'm putting it at my number 10. It was very good. A little pricey.
Very pricey.
I've learned that about a couple of these places. Kind of pricey. But nothing is too expensive for a good pizza. So
that's right. It's a wood-fired pizza.
Yes. Which is very, very nice.
It's a good date place. You want to take your wife on a nice date?
I had no idea it was nice.
Oh, I should have told you.
I was wearing my Bengals sweatshirt.
Nice. I mean, they don't give a rip.
I don't think I saw a couple people staring, not the staff, but I saw maybe a couple other customers staring at me.
Or you like just flipping people off as you
Yeah,
walk by?
100%. Maybe
You're
they
like,
were,
look at these dweebs.
yeah, look at these dweebs. I'm a jock. I'm wearing my Bengals sweatshirt.
Look at these muscles.
Look at them. Look at me. That's what I said as I was going through. Very good.
I mean, that explains it then.
That was probably why they were staring. I was also I had a butt cheek hanging out. So they're more like personal sized.
Yeah, smaller.
But good. I really enjoyed it. So
Which kind? What did you get?
just pepperoni, extra sauce.
Nice.
My usual.
Huge.
By the way, for those of you who are still listening to this episode, I feel like it's all over the place. But
I love it.
for when Philip and I went out on our little field trip, we just got small pepperonis because we wanted kind of. We were maybe going to go with just small cheeses to just get like the baseline, but Philip thought it'd be good to at least have one topping. So we did pepperoni all across the board at all of these places.
Yeah.
So
It feels right to do that.
yeah. Pepperoni is obviously the best and most popular topping.
I feel like if you mess up the pepperoni,
Yeah.
what are you doing being a pizza place?
Right. You shouldn't be a pizza place at that point. So yeah, all these places did have a fighting chance. They were all in the same like playing ground.
Yeah, except for the large and the smalls.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
there's that.
number 9.
Oh man, Pizza Dive.
okay.
So this was in your honorable mention, right?
It was. It almost made my top 10.
Okay. This one was good for the crust.
Yes.
And it did have good peps.
Yeah. No.
Some good peps. Not very cheesy though.
So this was the one place that I said I think if we got a large, it would maybe be higher on my list.
I think so too. But this was they had like a special name for this pizza. It was like the owner's dad's name.
Oh, I didn't even know.
Like, remember I thought he said something and I was like, no, I don't want that. You made me what?
I think he said the Roni.
No. Okay.
And you thought he was saying the hoagie.
That's it. So no, that's not his dad's name.
Yeah,
but
maybe
it was made because his dad made it or something.
Gotcha. Okay.
Also, I think that was the owner that we talked to.
Yeah, it probably was. He was really nice.
Anyway, so it was like you could only get it in the 8-inch. It was like made specific. This particular pizza. So I was like,
Gotcha.
this should have been really, really good.
Okay.
And it wasn't that good.
Yeah.
So it deserves to be number 9.
But a large pepperoni would probably be
A large pepperoni probably would have been our jam.
Yeah.
Because the crust was good.
So that's my experience, and I think your experience as well was that it was our 4th place that we had that night.
Yeah.
And the crust was so drastically different from anything we had that night that it like we're like, it perked us up quite a bit. But for me, that just isn't enough to kind of like propel it
To blast it
high,
into
yeah.
the top 10.
So I want to give it honorable mention status.
They're super nice there too. I liked the place.
Yeah,
I think it'd be worth going again.
I think
That's
it'd be
what I
worth like almost being like a regular there.
Yeah. There's a family playing Uno.
Yeah,
Just there.
and
out.
and there was a guy that made our pizza that was wearing an Avatar: The Last Airbender shirt,
there's
and
that
I kept
guy.
staring at him, and I think he noticed.
There was a guy that kept looking back at me, but I bet he was looking at you because you kept staring at him.
I think did the kid with the long hair.
I don't remember.
Okay. But yeah, they were like training their staff right then and there. I was like,
Yeah.
I like this place.
Yeah.
So I did like it. Honorable mention status is what that gets for me, but it is your number 9.
My number 9.
Yeah. Okay. My number 9. Oregon Express.
Oh.
So that didn't make your list.
Now we may talk about
Yes.
Oregon Express.
Tell your Oregon Express story.
All right. So this is our second place. I call in to order the pizza. We're eating pizza and I called in to get more
Yeah.
pizza. And she's like, hey, the road's closed, so just pull up and, put your flashers on.
Yeah.
And we'll, the police won't pull you over and pull a gun on you.
Right.
It's like, cool. All right. We won't get shot tonight.
Yeah. That would have been a bad night. would have turned a borderline perfect night into a bad night.
Bad night. So Daniel does that. We actually find a spot.
Perfect.
It was perfect. And then we realized, no, it's not perfect. This is on the other side of the street that's closed. And I had been nice, and I was like, hey, Daniel, I'll take this one.
Yeah.
I'll be the guy that does it this time.
Yeah.
And so I walk a mile. And I pass this guy. And
after you get the pizza.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, beforehand, I passed this guy.
Okay.
And he asked somebody else something.
Okay.
And I was like, oh man, this will be interesting. And so I pass him unscathed. I'm like, all right, I'm all right. He's not gonna come after me. So then I go into Oregon Express and I get my pizza. I have an okay time with the pizza. I still give him a tip because I'm a nice guy. And then I come out and there's the guy. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to face this guy. He's a human being. I shouldn't be a jerk.
Yeah.
And he goes, he's like, he mumbles something. And I'm like, I don't have any, I think is what I say. Thinking like he probably asked for like a cigarette.
I think you said, no, I don't.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
And I just walked away because, you're like in the moment, you're like, all right, I'm a little anxious about this encounter. What's going to happen?
Right.
And so I just, assumed he was asking like for money or cigarettes or whatever. And then I get about, 5 steps away, just far enough for it to be awkward. And I realized he said, can I get a slice of pizza?
No, I don't.
No, I don't. And what's even worse is that we clearly had enough pizza to share. It wasn't the kind of night where it was like, man, this pizza is like for me and my bud. This is the only thing we got tonight. I'm sorry, I don't have any.
We had 5 other pizzas that night.
So much pizza. So I felt really bad.
But also, it was Oregon Express, which is cut into little squares. So one pizza
one
wouldn't
little
have
slice.
done much.
Yeah. Oh, man. So that's that guy.
To be honest, Philip, it actually probably would have been more rude for you to have opened it up and given him one slice of that and walked away.
Now you're going to feel hungrier because
Yeah.
you wish that you had more pizza.
So maybe he thought like, oh, it's an empty pizza box.
I mean, so here's the reason why I told you that I saw him at first.
He
Saw
you
me without a
it.
pizza box.
Yeah.
He saw me go in a
He
restaurant.
probably did watch you walk in.
Yeah. He was, and he probably smelt it as I walked by and wafted I opened up the pizza box and said, look at this.
Yeah, look at this. I have some, but no, I don't.
No, I don't.
But let's also be honest. It's Dayton. I guarantee you're not the rudest person that's ever interacted with him. So there's that.
Yeah.
I'll
I
give
hope
you
that
that.
guy's all right.
Yeah, let's. We'll
I hope
pray.
he found a homeless shelter and was able to, hang out and get good food.
Maybe Oregon Express gave him some pizza.
Who knows?
So yeah, I really liked it. It was the one place that we had that night that was Dayton style.
Yeah.
And I'm a sucker for Dayton style.
You're a sucker.
I really like it. And that throughout the night, I kept going back to that one.
I noticed that. Yeah.
It's because I was trying to figure out where it landed.
It was a mystery pizza.
It was just I kept being like, I need to have it, just to be able to, have my scale make sense. So, okay, what's your number 8?
My number 8 is Marion's.
Philip. Philip.
Honestly, this would just be an honorable mention if I didn't have any memories. I like the idea of Marion's.
All the Wheelers just flipped out.
I know. And you know what? I don't give no rips. Marion's is a fine pizza. It deserves to be where it's at. Which is to say, not even close to the top 5. But it's a good pizza.
You're like not a true Daytonian.
They don't have good. No, I'm not. I'm definitely not a true Daytonian.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but anyway, I like their sauce. This is what makes it hard for me. The toppings, nothing ever feels fresh about Marion's.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's what throws me off about Marion's.
Huh.
It all feels like, or if it's fresh, it's like it's like all the cheapest stuff they could find at the grocery store.
Okay.
Like the sausage feels cheap to me. The toppings feel cheap to me. And it might not be that way.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It might be the freshest stuff you've ever had.
It might be the freshest. But to me, it feels very cheap.
Yeah.
But it's an expensive pizza.
It is. But I'm learning, though, it's actually kind of not, comparatively speaking.
Yeah.
It's on the same level as most of these places.
Yes. But if it feels cheap, I don't want to pay more.
Okay. All right.
But I have a ton of good memories about Marion's.
Yeah.
It's literally where all of the wheeler folk hang out if they're going to hang out somewhere.
They'll be hiding in the deepest, darkest holes for months. And then the second Marion's is brought up, they're there.
Yes. So I have some good party memories there.
Yeah. It is like the Dayton spot.
I don't feel that way.
I think if you did like a poll.
Oh, you mean like in terms of pizza?
Yeah.
I thought you meant like
no.
Like,
as far as pizza goes.
Yeah. I could see that.
If you did a poll and every person like of cognitive thought age voted, I bet Marion's would come out on top.
In terms of like this is the pizza place you go to if you're from Dayton.
Yeah. Just like, what's your favorite? What's your go-to? You know, if you have a night out and you want to go get pizza, where are you going? It's a big party place.
It is a big party place.
They even have like a party room at most of them. They have an arcade. So I think it's a really just like beloved place in Dayton.
Yeah. You know what's interesting about Marion's? Well, we can talk about it when we get to probably when we talk about it in your number one slot.
Okay.
So that's Marion's for me.
Okay.
It's a fine pizza. Not my favorite pizza. Has good memories. Good sauce.
Okay. My number 8. Monster Pizza.
Nice.
I see you looking at your phone.
That's not mine.
Okay. Well, it's obviously not yours because yours is Marion's.
Well, I was trying to think of
Monster Pizza is interesting. There's this restaurant called Double Days. Mm-hmm. There's 2 of them. There's one in Centerville, one in Springboro. And it's almost as if they partnered with a place called Monster Pizza.
But it's not.
But Monster Pizza I looked it up, it does not exist outside of Double Days.
It's just Double Days.
So,
I think that they probably had some sort of tax benefit for making another business.
Or it was like a food truck and they
bought it out.
Or something.
I don't know.
But it's good. Like you go to restaurants and if you order a pizza, you're usually probably satisfied, but it's never like it never like blows your mind or anything.
Yeah.
I had the first time I sat down and had Monster Pizza, I was like, this is so good. Like for like a restaurant that doesn't specialize in pizza.
Yes.
This is so good. What is this?
What happened?
They have a meat lovers type. I forget. I think it's called like the Meat Monster.
They've got a lot of different style pizzas.
Right. They have a lot of different toppings.
It's a Philip place.
Philip, I'm sure it's higher up on your list.
Yeah, it is.
But it's so good. I really enjoy it. I get it. Like there's other things at Double Days that I would like to get.
But you can't deny
I always
the pizza.
just kind of, there's been a couple times where I've gotten something else, but I always find myself going back to that Monster Pizza.
They've got like pretzel bun.
They do. And I've gotten that before and they're good.
It's hard to say no to those, but it's even harder to say
Monster
no.
Pizza. Also, their logo is really neat.
It's a little monster pizza.
It's like Mike Wazowski, but pizza. He has like one eye.
Yeah.
If I'm remembering right.
I think so. He's got little arms and legs.
Yeah. So that's all I'll say because I know that it'll get brought up later.
Okay. All right.
What's your number 7?
Pizza Factory.
Okay.
So Pizza Factory was our first stop.
Yeah.
It went down in my list as time went on.
Okay.
Still very good.
Yeah.
A great pizza place, people.
Yeah.
Great pizza people. I talked to a guy on the phone. I think he was different than the guy that you talked to in person, which just goes to show.
Yeah.
Must be a cool place to work.
Yeah. Both in very good moods.
Both great moods. Both just excited to help us.
There were 2 in there when I went in.
And he was like, "What's up, buddy?
Yeah.
Like, I'm your best friend right now." And I felt like it in just the 5 seconds that I talked to this guy.
Yeah.
And then you had he was the guy that you talked to said like something like,
yeah. I'll share my story when I get to it.
All right. Cool.
But I do want to say this. If you're still listening to this episode, and if you're from Dayton or you're like, for some reason visiting Dayton, like write these places down and go try them.
Yeah.
Whichever one we sell you the most on, go try it because like these are local places that they need our like business to keep going, you know?
Yeah.
And I would be happy to recommend any of these places.
Yes.
But especially this place because of how nice they were.
They were incredibly nice.
And how good the pizza is.
Pizza was great.
Yeah.
It's got thinner crust.
Kind of. I'd say it's like it was a mix. It wasn't too thin, it wasn't too thick.
Yeah, not like Pizza Bandit thin.
Yeah.
But not like
deep dish.
Not a deep dish.
Yeah.
None of these are deep dish.
No. Two Cities does have a deep dish.
Not real. And I liked they had a little extra flour on the bottom. I don't know why, but I liked that.
I agree. It was almost like sesame seeds or something.
It was very thick.
Yeah.
But it was good. I will let that one go. Keep going. After you.
Okay. My number 7 is Old Dayton Pizza at Riverside Hideaway.
Mine just says Hideaway.
Hideaway?
Hideaway.
Is that your 6?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
So this was our last place that we went to. It was a bar that was in an old house, but it was a big house. It was very strange. If any of you guys that are listening have been there, then you know.
Maybe it was just that we were like pizza drunk, and it was the end of the night.
Does this place exist?
Yeah, it felt like we just arrived.
It felt like a dream almost.
Yeah,
because it was like, I think we talked about this on our little Acast recording. But it was like on a road with other houses.
Yeah.
It wasn't like off of a main street road.
Yeah. We arrived and it was like everybody knew each other.
Yeah.
There was a guy that was singing. What song was that?
Yeah. It wasn't there. When we first got there was a CCR song playing, which got me excited. And then these 2 drunk people came out of a door. And I don't know where that went or why they were in there. It wasn't a bathroom, so I don't know what it was. They came out. They were obviously like tipsy. They were kind of staggering around. And then someone gave them keys and they walked out. So I don't know if they drove.
Yeah, I hope not. But
I think they did.
Yeah. Hopefully they just live across the street.
Yeah, let's hope so.
And he was just like, he opened up the door for another couple and he just like leaned in as far as he could go.
Oh, see, my back was faced towards them at this point, so I didn't
you
see
missed it.
Yeah.
He leaned in as far as he could go, and he just screamed the lyrics to the song right to their faces.
They kind of started singing back.
Yeah. They loved it.
Yeah.
They loved it. And honestly, if somebody did that to me and I was expecting it a little bit, I would be all
down.
about it.
Yeah. Yeah. So interesting place. The lady, it was a little confusing. She like thought that we wanted to sit down, and then I think she thought that we were maybe a couple or something. I think most of the night people probably thought we were couples.
We felt like a couple that night, and then we went to church together, and it felt like we were a couple there too.
Yes, because we had your son, so it seemed
we both
like,
have wedding rings on. It's like, well, maybe they're together.
And we kind of look alike, so I don't know what people's perception was, but anyways, I think this is another one that if we had gotten a large, it would maybe be a little higher on my list.
I see.
But the crust was very interesting. It was as if Papa John's crust
Yep.
was bigger and airier.
Yes.
But very good.
Yep.
It was the last one of the night, and I still really liked it. And I think that kind of proved to me that it was good.
Yep.
Because I was pretty full on pizza at that point. And I still really liked it. So
And I wasn't so sure when we got in there. I was like, maybe this is a sketchy place, or maybe it's the best place that I've ever been.
Right, and I think it is that second one.
I think it might be,
but I feel like if we try to go back, it won't be there.
It won't be. It's like Narnia.
Yeah,
you try to. What was that?
It was your skateboard under my foot.
Daniel.
Sorry,
Daniel. It's like Narnia. If you try to go through the wardrobe and it's not ready,
right.
It won't be there. Now that's a cool place.
Narnia. Yeah, it is.
Narnia Pizza.
All right. What's your 6?
Figlio.
Oh, wow. So this made it fairly high.
I like Figlio, man.
Yeah. How many times have you had it? Because I've only had the once.
More than 5.
Okay. So you're quite well versed.
I'm well versed. One of my good friends growing up worked there.
Oh, who?
Daniel, not you.
D&D Daniel.
D&D Daniel. DDD.
Aaron Eller used to work at Figlio. Maybe they knew each other.
They probably did.
That'd be interesting.
He worked there for like 7 years.
Okay, interesting.
Anyway, so I knew he like loved it.
Yeah,
he loved working there, which means I know that the quality of the food's really good.
Yeah, it is. It seemed very fresh.
Yeah, it's very fresh. It's like, okay, I know what I'm eating is like not necessarily healthy,
right?
But it ain't like, nasty.
Yeah.
It ain't.
It's
nasty.
It's not Little Caesars.
No, it ain't Little Caesars. But yeah, like we said, actual wood fired pizza.
Yeah.
Has the good char on the bottom.
Mm-hmm. But very light and airy.
Light and airy. It's a good pizza.
It is.
Tastes good. Is good. The pasta there, if you're gonna go there, I would say maybe get the pasta.
Gotcha.
But the pizza is very good too.
Yeah.
Though I think that the name of their restaurant is wood fired. It says Figlio Wood Fired Pizzas.
Yeah, it is. So that must be like the main
That's
concept.
The thing. That's what they want. But they have this drunken shrimp pasta that's man,
I love shrimp pasta.
Yeah.
Like a good Cajun pasta with shrimp in it. Oh man, that's so good.
All right.
Right after pizza, pasta. Well, right after pizza, it's my mom's cheesy potatoes and then pasta of all kinds.
Can you talk to my son because he hates pasta?
Does he?
I don't know what the deal is. What kid doesn't like pasta?
I'll teach him.
A pasta.
Okay, my number.
I'm Sicilian.
What?
Sort of. I'm German. You should like pasta, son.
My number 6. That was your number 6, Figlio?
Yeah.
My number 6, Wheat Penny.
Oh.
So just had Wheat Penny today. And
what'd you get?
Pepper. I got the same thing that we got with the other places. Yeah. Only we got a large.
Yes. What did Olivia think?
She really liked it. She was talking on the way because what we did was she got home from work. We went and got that and then came straight here and we just ate it on the way here.
Oh man, in the car. I'm sorry you did that so quick.
No, it's fine. It was actually, it wasn't a sloppy pizza. It was very easy to eat.
Yeah.
In the car. It was very good. The crust is probably my favorite crust on my list.
On the entire list.
Possibly, other than Pizza Hut stuffed crust, because nothing will ever beat that. Possibly ever that I've ever had on a pizza.
I will agree with you.
Okay. There was not enough sauce on it for me. You know how much I like sauce.
Yes.
So that's a place where I definitely would have to order extra sauce. Me and Olivia agreed. We're more of a sweeter sauce type of people.
This is like a savory.
Yeah, it wasn't as sweet as I wanted it to be. It seems like I'm bashing it right now. I'm not, because I'm also going to say the cheese had this different taste to it.
They probably use fancy cheese.
Yeah, well, it was like the regular cheese, and then they sprinkled another type of cheese on top. Yeah. It was different in a good way, but I do like regular cheese on pizza. You know what I mean?
If you weren't expecting it.
Yeah, and I kind of wasn't. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, it took me like a slice to get used to the
Yeah.
cheese. But overall, just kind of like if I were to rank if I had 4 like columns here and I had to rank the crust, cheese, sauce, pepperoni, because pepperoni is really good. You know, I think it evens out to about my 6
I see.
right here because crust way up, 10 out of 10 crust.
Yeah.
And then sauce and cheese were like 4 and 5.
Yeah.
And then the pepperoni was like a 6.
I got you.
So I think it kind of like once you even all that out, it gets about number 6 here.
Wheat Penny has a secret weapon that I'll talk about in mine.
Okay.
That puts them where they are on my list.
Okay. I have
Okay.
I don't want to say that it's your number 1, but it might be.
It's not.
Okay. Okay. What's your number 5?
Your boys, Dorothy Lane Market.
Oh wow! So this made it top 5.
Top 5, baby.
Wow. Were you upset that it was only in my honorable mentions? You might be a little biased towards this.
I'm very biased. I made the pizza.
You did make it.
I made the pizza and I ate it, and I loved it.
It's good. I've maybe only had it twice.
I've had all the pizzas at DLM. Yeah. So after college, I went and worked at Dorothy Lane Market while I did church stuff.
Which one did you work at?
The one right by Apex.
Okay.
So they called that
That'd be
Centerville.
Centerville,
But it's technically not Centerville.
It'd be Kettering if it's not Centerville.
But it's not Kettering either.
Oh.
It's Washington Township.
Oh, gotcha.
So anyway, they made a point about that in my training.
They drilled it into your head. That's why you still remember it.
Yeah. So yeah, it was I don't know. It's kind of my first big boy job.
Yeah.
But I got hired on the spot.
Oh.
But probably because everybody else was a high schooler.
Yeah. They're like finally an adult.
Yeah, finally a guy that like probably won't just do whatever he wants. And so, but it was cool. There was the guy that like was the manager, was a chef, and then there's another guy that just worked there that was a chef. And so I learned stuff. I learned like how to cut
pizza
and cut onions and I learned what it was like to be a sous chef.
Gotcha.
And so that was exciting.
Yeah.
And I know, so like what's cool about the pizza at Dorothy Lane Market is it literally you just get the ingredients from the store.
Yeah.
So like they just walk out like, oh, we don't have any more onions. Let me just go grab one.
Grab some.
And so you buy it, like in quotes, from the Dorothy Lane Market store. And
gotcha.
Then,
some money it's kind of like an internal.
Yeah, it's kind of like
Dave and Buster's.
No, it's kind of like when maybe takes money from the banana stand.
Oh yes. Only that one doesn't work.
So it's real. So it's very, very fresh.
Yeah.
They make the dough in house.
If I'm remembering right, it's a really thin pizza.
It's very, very similar to Figlio, which is why they're right next to each other in my list.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's gas at DLM instead of wood fired.
Gotcha. And they're bigger, like than Figlio.
I
remember getting like a large pizza from DLM.
No, they're about the same size.
No. The one I had was bigger than the one I had at Figlio.
They're about, I don't know, that big.
I had a bigger one.
I think that you could get them bigger at DLM.
Okay.
You weren't supposed to get them that big.
I got like a normal large from DLM.
No.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
I guarantee you. I remember. I was with you.
They're not that big. They're not supposed to be that big.
Okay. I must have lucked out then. Or
yeah.
something.
Because I mean, it just depends on the person that's making it.
Okay.
But
I got a teenager.
You probably got a teenager and you probably had a little tiny crust. A little tiny crust. But yeah, it's good pizza. They have really good flavors, but they're Napoli.
Yeah, Napolitan.
Yes. Yeah, that word.
Yeah. So like what it is over in Italy, in Naples, Italy,
In Naples.
where pizza started.
Yeah. And it's good. And it's fast.
Yeah.
That's what's cool.
Again, it was in my, I like it. It's in my honorable mentions. I will say, I think I prefer their take and bakes.
Ugh.
I love those take
You need
and
to
bakes.
try it again.
Okay.
You need to say, hey, my bud over here used to make these pizzas. Can he make it again?
And
I'll make it for you right.
Can I have it for free? That's what I would say.
Yeah.
Okay. My number 5 is Old Scratch Pizza.
Oh.
Is this your number 1? That's the question. Yeah, Old Scratch.
Only time will tell.
Old Scratch made my top 5. You probably get their weirdo pizzas.
Yeah.
I would assume.
Oh,
Do you get like their beekeeper?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So they make one with like honey on it and stuff.
Hot honey.
I'm not about that. But I like Old Scratch. I really like the vibe at Old Scratch.
Yeah.
It's almost like, feels like industrial or something.
Yeah.
Like you're in like a warehouse. Like a hipster warehouse.
Yeah. So if I were to say there's a Dayton place,
You'd say Old Scratch.
I would say Old Scratch.
Yeah, they're newer,
Yeah.
relatively speaking.
There's like Old Dayton.
Yeah.
That's where Marion's. There's like people that are old.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
where
yeah.
that's where Marion's.
Old Scratch is like the young hipster Dayton
Yeah.
place. Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah. The gentrification of Dayton.
The what?
The gentrification. It's where when the white
Oh, it's
people
old
take
school.
over the black people neighborhoods.
Gotcha.
And,
Oh, okay,
and
okay,
make
okay.
it horrible for them. That's gentrification.
Dave Portnoy, when he came to Dayton a couple weeks ago,
Yeah.
he reviewed 2 Dayton spots, and it was Marion's and Old Scratch. And he said, is everything okay?
Yeah.
He said that these were the 2 places that got the most, what's the right word? Suggestions to go to.
Gotcha.
Was Marion's and Old Scratch.
I wish you would have gotten a wheat penny too.
Yeah, he would have loved it. He would have loved the crust of Wheat Penny.
Wheat penny's like the chef there's like big deal. Apparently.
Gotcha.
No.
Okay. I thought that's why you were looking at your phone.
No. Nah, he's not coming today.
He's not coming today.
I told him to stay home.
Oh, Philip.
I mean, he was a bad guy. I asked him to come to the pizza time.
Yeah, and he didn't show
He
up.
didn't show up.
He has been kind of flaking lately.
He's been flaking. Oh my god.
He did show up.
Hey! Philip, you better shut your mouth.
Oh. What's up, Tommy?
I hate Philip.
Join the club. Oh, Tommy, that's so mean. Don't say that to Philip. What's up?
Man, I just I take it all back. I love Philip. And I'm sorry I brought that kind of vibe to this podcast.
I feel like you do this every 5th episode. You come in and you and Philip have some sort of beef, and then you fix it.
And now it's fixed.
It's fixed, I guess.
Speaking
That was the quickest beef yet.
Speaking of things getting fixed.
Yeah. What's up?
Today I learned. Man, I didn't prepare for this one. Huh?
Oh, you didn't
No,
prepare.
I didn't prepare for this one. I thought I was going to come up with something, and I didn't.
You thought if you started the sentence, then something would just come.
Yeah, and I thought maybe I prompt myself with the fixing. And
I thought you were going to talk about how like the election was fixed or something.
No,
but
I wouldn't do that.
yeah, you're not too political.
I don't like to be political.
Yeah.
I'd never voted. I'm not old enough.
Well, how old are you actually, Tommy?
Well, it's hard to know.
It's not. Well, okay.
How could you know? Were you there?
Well, I mean, every year that you're alive is another year that to your age. So,
Man, that's hard.
it's
That's hard work, though. What if your mom never told you?
how old is your brother Tony? Okay.
You're asking hard questions.
We should invite Tony on the show sometime.
You know, me and Tony, we go way back.
Yeah. Well, you guys are twin brothers, so
There's that. And then, you know, sometimes he tries to wear stuff.
yeah.
And it's just not good.
Every picture I've seen of him, he's wearing the exact same outfit that you're wearing in the same picture.
Well, he doesn't even wear as good as me.
Oh, okay.
We might look identical, but he doesn't wear right. I think that I should go.
Okay. All right.
I get this idea that you're trying to get me out of here.
I didn't say anything.
I saw it in your eyes, Daniel.
No. I'm tired.
Well, I'll just stay.
Okay. Do you want to join the podcast?
I'm just gonna sit here.
Okay. Are you gonna like contribute to the episode? Or are you just
I
gonna
think
sit
I'm
here?
just gonna sit here. I've never thought about sitting and just enjoying it.
Okay. Well,
What if I sat the rest of the episode?
that's fine. If you want to interject anytime, you can.
I don't think I'll interject. I think I'll just sit here.
Okay. All right. Well, there's an open chair right there.
Well,
Or are you just
you know,
gonna stand?
I think I'll stand here.
Okay. Well, it's making me a little uncomfortable because you're about 2 inches from my face.
I think I like it here, though.
Okay. I guess we'll go on then.
I guess we will go on.
Philip, what is your number 4?
Old Dayton Pizza at Riverside Hideaway.
So you really liked this place.
It bumped itself right on up.
Yeah?
I thought, nah, I don't like this place. I think I had been fooled. I had been fooled by, peer pressure.
Oh.
I think I saw how low it was on yours.
No, it was high on mine.
It was high, but it wasn't.
It was number 2.
It was 2?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
It just wasn't at
it
number 1.
became number 1.
Okay,
It became
okay,
number 1 for
okay.
me. And because I felt bad. I felt bad putting something above the Dayton one.
The Dayton Factory.
The Dayton Factory. But anyway, it was the crust on this one.
You like a thick crust.
I like a thick crust, and this one got me there.
Yeah, it was good. Again, like it was the last one we had, and it still was my second favorite of the night.
Yeah, and I didn't think that I liked it that much. I thought, well, maybe it was just like I have a good memory because it's the last one.
Sure.
But then, like, I couldn't remember what pizza was what pizza.
Gotcha.
By the third day of me eating pizza.
Eating leftovers.
Yeah. And so I was like, well, I'll just kind of, I'll figure it out. By the third day, I'll know, like, oh, this one I want more of.
Yeah.
And that was the one.
Okay.
All the other ones, I was like,
Yeah.
nah.
Yeah.
And that one, I was like, I could eat more of this one.
We should go back.
We should go back and see if it's there.
And see if it's there. If it's not if it wasn't a ghostly tavern from the 1800s.
So I like this one.
Again, I think we should get a large.
Get a large, see how it is.
See what it's like.
And bring our friends.
Yeah. It'd be a good like guys' night.
Yeah.
We've said that about a couple. We said because Vinny's needs to be our next guys' night. I think we said a place from last week needs to be our next guys' night.
No, guys' night has happened.
I know. Okay.
What's your number 4?
You know what? I respect it, Philip.
Thanks.
I respect it.
Thanks.
My number 4, flying pizza.
Whoa.
I like flying pizza a lot. And this is an old scratch for like neck and neck for me.
Interesting. They're very different pizzas in my mind.
I know. That's why it was hard kind of to like to rank them. But Olivia and I, this has kind of become like if we're able to splurge a little on pizza because it is pricey.
Is it?
But it's big.
Yeah, they're big. They're big New York
Yeah.
style pizzas.
I think they're 17 inches. They're pretty large.
That's a large pizza.
Yeah.
So you get like 3 leftovers between the two of you by the end.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. We'll go with that.
Do you do tiny little? I forget. Do they have real thin slices, or do they do the big fat New York ones?
It's big New York.
Big New York.
New York.
New York.
The guys are really nice. We go to the Centerville location.
Right.
Because
Are there 3 other locations?
there's two others, I think. One in like Dayton.
Okay.
I believe one just opened up in Beaver Creek,
Okay.
something like that. Maybe I'm thinking Old Scratch. I know Old Scratch and Flying Pizza have the same amount of locations, 3, and I think both of them just opened up a newer spot. But we really like the guy. The last time we were in there, I really wanted to ask him like what their story was. You know, like how they came to Dayton, because they're obviously from.
Yeah. What are you doing in Dayton?
From New York, yeah. But right as I was about to ask him, like a bunch of people came in and they got like busy. So the probably the best thing about this pizza, Philip, the pepperoni is really, it's like thick cut pepperoni.
Thick.
And Olivia like loves it. That's like her favorite pepperoni that she's ever had.
Interesting.
And yeah, it's really good. When I ask for extra sauce on the box, they put heavy sauce. So
heavy sauce.
They have a different vocabulary for that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have thought so.
But super nice guys. We really like it there. And yeah, it gives me that New York. It's like, you know what? If I feel like I want to be in New York right now, I'll go get Flying Pizza. So
I was really. Oh wait, here we go. History of Flying Pizza.
Well, don't tell me. I want to ask the guy.
Well,
I want to ask the guy.
Well, the history is just 4 pictures. So
Okay.
4 pictures of each of the guys. Man, it's cool.
I believe that it was like a older gentleman and his sons that run it.
It appears that way based on the pictures,
Okay.
the history pictures
Yeah.
that I see. Okay, so I guess you need mine, huh? My number 3, the top 3 pizza
we're
places
here.
of Dayton.
We're here.
Monster Pizza.
Wow, that made it high.
I like Monster Pizza.
Monster Pizza is good. I agree.
I love their buffalo chicken pizza.
Okay. I have not had that.
Not
before.
barbecue. I changed it up on you.
Just buffalo chicken. That actually sounds good. I would like that, I think, more than barbecue.
You want a spicy?
Yeah, I love buffalo sauce. It's so good.
That you know who does a good buffalo style pizza is also what was our number 1 in the last episode? Dewey's.
I bet they do.
But
I think I've seen you eat that before.
I think I like Monster Pizza, Monster Factory Pizza. Look that up someday. So not around children.
Or at work.
Well,
it says not safe for work.
Yeah, I guess it depends on your workplace. So anyway, yeah, I like their pizza a lot. I like their crust. I like their sauce. I like their stuff. Good, clean fun.
Yeah, no, I'm shocked every time I eat it.
And it doesn't. Yeah, it reminds me a lot of like a mellow mushroom type of pizza.
Only it's in squares.
In squares.
Yeah. It also comes out on this like weird plastic thing with little ridges.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yep. It's like something for the crust. Seems like
strange.
I don't know what it does. Airs it out. It's good. Get more. Eat more. Pizza.
I wonder if they deliver for Monster Pizza. Maybe that's why it's like a separate thing. Maybe they deliver.
Maybe they deliver.
I would like to see.
I should see because I live right by it. So
yeah, and I live right by it.
Interestingly enough,
we live at the different locations, but we both live right next to Doubledays. Okay, my number 3, Dayton Pizza Factory.
Oh, Dayton Pizza Factory.
Yeah, I really liked it.
That was the one. That was nice.
Yes, and that was the one that apparently bumped down in your list.
Yeah. I wasn't. I was just calling it Pizza Factory. I wasn't thinking Dayton Pizza.
Yeah,
Factory.
sorry, Pizza Factory.
No, I think it is Dayton Pizza Factory.
I really like it. It like when I think of what my favorite.
It's your pizza.
It's my type of pizza. Like I just love that style. I love that type of crust. I love I felt like it was like we're talking about like small versus large and the structural integrity of the difference between them. I feel like this had the same consistency that it would if it was a large.
Yes.
Like they were able to like downsize it somehow.
Yeah.
So yeah, I really liked it. The guys were really, really nice. My experience was Philip called and he had his nice interaction with the guy on the phone. I walked in and the guy was like, "Hey man, what's going on?" And I was like, "I'm just here to pick up an order for carryout." He's like, "You Philip?" And I was like, "Yeah." And you know, he's like, "Here you go." And he gave me the pizza and turned around the thing for me to pay and stuff. And then as I was walking out, he's like, "Man, I'm so glad that you came in tonight." And I was like, "Man, I'm glad I came in tonight too." He was just like the nicest customer service person I've ever met. He's had a big smile on his face. It seems just like a good place to work. I don't know.
He's like, "I was going to shut this place down, but I'm glad."
Yeah, yeah, I know.
I thought if there was going to be one guy that came in,
it'd be a ugly white nerdy guy.
Not ugly.
Shut up.
You're a beautiful man.
No. But yeah, I really liked it, and I said earlier that Pizza Dive would be a fun place to become a regular. I am genuinely like I want to become a regular at Pizza Factory.
There we go.
So
it's too bad it's kind of out of the way.
A little bit, yeah, but that's okay.
Maybe every time we go to Gabe's.
I was gonna say, although I see him in the morning.
Let's get it for lunch.
Okay,
change your time.
What's your
problem solved?
What's your number?
Wheat Penny
is your 2.
Is my 2.
Where is Pizza Dive at on your list?
Pizza Dive?
Yeah.
9.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. For some reason, I thought that you hadn't said it yet. I was like, is that going to be his number 2?
No, it dove down to number 9.
Wheat Penny. Okay.
Wheat Penny. So here's the secret of
yeah.
Wheat Penny. They have the best ding dang gluten-free crust you could get anywhere in the whole world.
Gotcha. Which is ironic because it's called Wheat.
Yeah, I know. And boy, howdy, is it good. And they actually sell it to DLM, and DLM uses it for their pizza too.
Interesting.
That's how good it is. DLM was like, we'll buy it.
So that's why you've been to Wheat Penny.
Yes.
Is for your wife.
For my wife and my parents.
Yeah.
I've been there a few times. So it's really good.
Okay.
So I've actually had the gluten-free crust more than I've had the normal crust. Okay. And I actually am not entirely sure
which one
I have had and which one I like more, which just goes to show how good the gluten-free crust is.
Yeah, that's impressive.
It's really, really good. So, and the pizza is very, very good.
Yeah, it was, again, it was a good pizza.
And it's a cool atmosphere inside.
It was where I was trying to, Olivia was like, what was it like inside? Because I just walked in and got it.
Yeah.
I was like trying to think, I was like, I couldn't really come up with like a comparable
I don't know what it
thing
is.
to it. There was like a bar area, but then there was also, it was kind of like Old Scratch a little bit, but more intimate. It was like a more intimate
Old Scratch, but O'Charlie's at the same time. Like a cool O'Charlie's.
Such a weird.
That's what I think of.
Okay. Hey, I can't knock that.
Yeah.
Because it could have easily made its way into my top 2. Yeah. So.
All right. That's mine. What's your number 2?
My number 2 is Joe's.
Jose's.
Yeah. I love Joe's. I think you need to rehab it.
I bet not though.
Because it's been about 5 years since you've had it. Probably.
I bet though that it's not what I like.
So Joe's reminds me of my grandma and grandpa Cardiff.
You used to have it with them?
Yeah, they lived pretty close to it when they were alive. And when we'd go over for like OSU games, they would order Joe's. So really like Joe's. I was talking it up. Olivia and Andrew had never had it before. I was like, guys, it's one of the best spots in Dayton, blah, blah, blah. They were like, both of them. And then we got there and they were still like, this place looks sketchy. My wife, that was a pretty good impression of Olivia. She's
That's
like,
really, really good.
This place seems sketchy. And Andrew was like, and then they had it, and they were like,
All their woes went away.
they've apologized to me.
Oh,
since, for their behavior that day.
When your wife, the muscle man, apologized to you.
Yes. So no, Joe's is like I said earlier, if you know, you know. Joe's is like the mom and pop shop pizza to end all other mom and pop shop pizzas. It's so good, and it's Dayton style.
It is Dayton,
which is also like I said that Dayton Pizza Factory is like my ideal pizza.
Yeah,
and that's true. That style pizza is like Breaking Bad to me.
I see. Yeah,
but then Dayton style is like The Office to me. It will always have a special place in my heart.
I gotcha. Yeah, the nostalgia.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me.
And I just feel like it's in my roots, you know?
Yeah.
As a Daytonian. So,
yeah.
All right. Well, I can guess your number one, and you can guess my number one. Your number one is Old Scratch.
Your number one is Marion's.
Yes. So what? So why do you like Old Scratch so much? Because of the weirdo stuff that you can get on it.
The weirdo stuff you can get on the toppings, the breadings, the sauce.
Yeah.
The atmosphere, the people.
You know
the
what?
Drinks.
You know one thing I'll bump down that I don't like about Old Scratch is the staff.
Staff haven't been nice to you?
Well, it's not that they're mean. They're just not like they're no pizza factory, I'll tell you that much. No, I just feel like because it is such like a hipster place, I feel like that's who they hire.
Yeah.
And hipsters just don't care about you as a human being, you know?
I haven't been to the Dayton one as much as I have been to the
Centerville
one.
Same.
And the Centerville one seems nicer to me than the Dayton one.
Yeah, I've only been to the Dayton one once.
I think I've been there twice.
That was actually the first time I ever went was at the Dayton one.
Yeah.
And I was very happy when they opened up the one in Centerville because I live really close to it. But yeah it's good. It made my top 5. So again, I can't knock it.
So I went there with a group of people.
Yeah.
A group of friends, you may say.
Okay.
And we went, and it was like, oh wow, there's our old neighbor. And then come to find out, his wife taught one of my friends, Felipe.
Oh, okay.
Or something. He's somehow related to Felipe.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, that's interesting. A year later, we go back. Same group of friends.
Uh-huh. Was he there?
Go to the same restaurant. He's there. And so we have another conversation.
Yeah.
And afterwards, he's like, do you want our Nutella? So he gives us this jar of Nutella that he's half used.
That he just had with him? Is he putting it on his pizza?
He's like, we just had this around. Like, we brought it for tonight to have with our group of friends. So you can have it now, too.
I wonder if they got like the beekeeper, if that'd be good with Nutella.
No, it wouldn't. And I don't remember what it was for, but I think that they maybe were just spooning it out. So
that's why it's your number
that's
one.
Why it's my
Nutella
number one.
story.
I mean, can you top that? Of all the times you've been to Marion's, have you ever seen your neighbor there twice?
No, and they've never offered me Nutella.
I should say this is my neighbor who we don't live next to anymore. Our previous neighbor.
Your Kettering neighbor?
Our Kettering neighbor.
Okay.
Not our Springboro neighbors, and not our
48 neighbors.
48 neighbors. Waynesville.
Okay. Old Scratch is great. I think it's on the rise, and like you said, it might eventually become the Dayton pizza spot because of the new generation that's coming up.
It's not a classic pizza. It is a fancy pizza.
It's like, I would say it's similar to like the Naples style as well.
Yes.
But my number one, Marion's, because I actually love the city that I live in, unlike Philip. And I know there's a debate with Marion's and Joe's as to which one's the best Dayton spot.
Also Casanos.
No, I don't think so. But yeah, Marion's, there's just not, and you know, I can understand if you didn't grow up with Marion's, why you would maybe be like, yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
But there's something about like having grown up with it. There's the nostalgia, but also like you said, I love their sauce. I love the fact that I can eat an entire large and still be hungry afterwards. This is where Daniel's order came from. Pepperoni sausage extra sauce was from Marion's.
Yeah.
I like cracked the code with Marion's, and I'll forever be in debt to them for that. And this is also where I found out about Mike Sells chips.
Oh, really?
I feel like this is like the main place that I would eat Mike Sells at.
That's funny.
Also, they somehow have the rights to both Coke and Pepsi products.
Pay the extra money.
Not many places do that.
Well, I don't know. You gotta schmooze somebody.
Yeah. But yeah, I think there's 9 spots, all in this region. I don't know if every single one is in Dayton. I know there's one down in Mason.
Yeah.
I know, but
the Mason one's huge.
yeah, I know it's ginormous. But yeah, all most of them are in the Dayton area. Most of them are like in Dayton proper, I think, if not just right outside. And yeah, it's just, there's just something special about it. I don't know like what else to say about Marion's, other than like, I love it. And there's something, yeah, it's The Office to me. It's my favorite and will forever be my favorite pizza.
There you go.
So man, this was a long episode.
My eyes are tired.
Yeah, mine too. I'm tired.
Why do I feel like my eyes are gonna explode?
Anything else you want to say to the audience?
Pizza is the best, and we're the best.
Oh my gosh, I'm tired. You can never be perfect, but you can always be better.
We
love
love
you.
you.
All right, this is the end of our pizza series. Come back for another
Disney animated films. After Walt stuff.
trilogy.
Ooh, that wasn't